ang hirap-hirap na kahit saan ka pumunta nag-i-explain ka sa isang bagay na alam mong hindi nangyari. That's why hindi ako masyadong lumalabas sa mga showbiz gatherings kasi yun parang nagiging nuisance ka sa mga postings na basta pag lumabas yung mukha mo parang ayan na naman yung addict. Hindi naman kasi talaga nangyari. So, kahit sa mga anak ko kanina sabi ko, taas noon na kayo ha. Kasi it never happened. It never happened. Hindi ko talaga ginawa. So,
So this is a case filed by Nadia Montenegro against an employee of Senate of the Philippines. Ito yung nag-issue ng incident report with respect to the alleged incident na yun nga, merong allegation that yung lumabas sa social media, di ba? That's why there was an accusation or imputation against Nadia that she was the one Senate employee na nahuli daw na nag-smoke ng marijuana in Senate of the Philippines premises, di ba? So this is actually the scenario why we filed this instant case. So the case is unjust vexation and violation of Safe Spaces Act. So the Office of the City Prosecutor gave due course to our complaint. First with unjust vexation kasi it was undeniable, it was incontested that alam naman niya na hindi talaga si Nadia nag-i-smoke ng marijuana during that time. But despite of that, he made the incident report. Kasi there was also naman a counter affidavit that was submitted by the respondent, and he admitted that during the encounter with Nadia Montenegro, wala talaga siyang nakita na any marijuana. He admitted that what was shown and what was in the bag of Nadia Montenegro during that time was merely a vape, and it was flavored grape. So, hindi talaga yun marijuana. So, what is the intent of making an incident report kung wala namang nahuli kay Nadia na nag-smoke siya ng marijuana or in her possession na meron siyang marijuana during that day? So that is the reason why, according to the Office of the City Prosecutor, this is tantamount to unjust vexation. Kasi because of this incident, Nadia became confused, she became irritated, nainis siya, and of course she was most of all, she was her reputation was besmirched, not only in the Senate of the Philippines but with her employees or colleagues, with the senators, but also to the whole world, because this was published at the social media and in the news. So kaya may unjust vexation talaga. With respect to the Safe Spaces Act, this was likewise given due course by the Office of the City Prosecutor of Pasay because of the act of that employee of grabbing Nadia during that encounter, and sinabihan pa siya that ingat ka ma'am. So according to the Office of the City Prosecutor, this is considered as a harassment, gender-based harassment at the workplace. So that is the reason why there are two cases being filed against that respondent. First is a case for criminal case for unjust vexation and violation of the Safe Spaces Act.
Attorney, what's next?
Since there's already a resolution from the Office of the City Prosecutor indicting the respondent for two criminal offenses, so i-file na po ng Office of the City Prosecutor of Pasay sa korte yun pong information for unjust vexation and Safe Spaces Act. So iraraffle po ito sa korte ng Pasay City, at yung branch kung saan po siya mararaffle ay doon po lilitisin ang kaso. So magkakaroon po ng arraignment, and una po muna is there would be a warrant of arrest that will be issued. Tapos unless he would submit himself to the jurisdiction of the court, Hindi naman siya maaaresto if you would immediately post bail. So, pagkatapos po mag-post ng bail, saka lang po mag-a-arraignment, tapos tuloy-tuloy na po yung kaso sa korte.
Ang hirap-hirap na kahit saan ka pumunta nag-i-explain ka sa isang bagay na alam mong hindi nangyari. Tapos, 'di ba, yun na nga hindi nangyari, yung pang kailangan mo pa sila paniwalaan na hindi nangyari. Ang hirap-hirap. So, at least now parang I'm at peace. I'm at peace na lahat na nag-judge, lahat na nag-bash, libo-libo, daan-libo na nag-assume. Ang dami nun. Hanggang ngayon, that's why hindi ako masyadong lumalabas sa mga showbiz gatherings kasi parang alam mo yun, parang nagiging nuisance ka sa mga postings na basta pag lumabas yung mukha mo, parang ayan na naman yung adik, ayan na naman yung ano, yung parang it doesn't affect me, but you know, it parang nalulungkot ako na ganito na yung mundo natin talaga, na parang grabe. Imagine how the world would be if people would just have a lot of knowledge na, you know, sa katotohanan kung ano talaga yung buhay. Yun. So, I can't wait na yun nga, na malaman ng lahat na it never happened. It never happened. And yun lang yung nakakaano doon. Everything happening now, may bago na naman sa Facebook ngayon, yung isang host na nagkamali ng sinabi, best the ticket, parang may sinabi, tapos yung isang host, parang sabi parang sasampalin kita dyan, parang gano'n. Ang dami lang talagang mga issues ngayon about women. So, I hope this brings a little, you know, parang ako sa what I said, I'm so glad na talaga may hope pa rin pala, tsaka may may justice pa din. Kahit pa paano may paglalaban mo yung sarili mo, di ba? Yeah, actually, nung isang gabi ko pa na babalitaan na parang ganito nga yung mangyayari. And then parang I kept texting Maggie yesterday. Sabi ko, sis, may balita ka na ba? Kasi parang ganito, parang ganito, parang ganito. And I've been wanting to let them know. Kasi alam mo yun, so kanina syempre nag-iyakan lahat dahil may mga kausap din ako sa phone na isa lang sinabi ko na hindi naman kasi talaga nangyari. Hindi talaga. So, kahit sa mga anak ko kanina sabi ko, taas noon na kayo ha. Kasi you know, it never happened. It never happened. Hindi ko talaga ginawa. So, sarap lang. Sarap lang. I believe naman na heal na ako ng matagal na. Kasi after naman noon, ang dami pa nangyari sa akin. Like, sabi ko nga sa'yo, sa health ko, yung surgery ko na last December. Ang dami mga sinabi ng doktor na hindi na ako makakabalik sa pag-aartista, yung sa mata ko. Or, you know, I had to choose to being looking ugly or being painless or having pain and still being beautiful. So, it was such a hard decision. And not only that, I was in severe pain talaga from October to December. So I'm just so glad na okay na ako. And then I started working again this January. Sabi nga ng isang anak ko, grabe, kung ito ang kapalit okay na. Okay na rin. Yung mata ko na naman, because since it's blind, so hindi ko siya kumbaga, hindi ko napapansin na ano na pala siya, na punong-puno na pala siya ng glaucoma. So lumaki to ng parang 58. Laki to talaga, like nag-stretch siya hanggang dito. Tapos sobrang sakit kasi tumatama na siya sa brain ko. And like every other day, I was rushed to Asian Eye in Rockwell. Every other day, nandun ako. Just wala silang magawa. 6 to 7 doctors talagang just relieving the pain. And alam mo na, syempre financially, hindi rin biro. Naubos yung insurance ko, lahat and everything until wedding ng anak ko, November. I had to fly with the pain. So, I was in steroids for 2 months. Talagang wala kang panlasa, wala kang maramdaman, walking zombie ka lang talaga. So, wala akong spirit, wala akong happiness, wala talaga. Nakaganon ka lang, tas may ice bag lang ako 24/7 kasi sobrang sakit. Ayun, until finally, may pinadala na naman si Lord na anghel na nagsabi, puntahan mo yung doktor kung ganito. So, I found one doctor who helped me na, yun nga, December 8, I had the surgery done sa mata ko. Ayun, so nawala yung pain and then bumalik na sa normal. Ngayon, normal na siya. Imagine for 2 months, no TV, no cellphone, bawal ka pa umiyak. Talagang na-test yung patience ko, na-test yung lahat, insanity ko. Ayun. Na-prove ko naman, normal pa rin naman ako. No, kasi when nung papa-surgery ko siya, sabi ko ano magiging effect. Sabi sa akin nung 6 na doktor ko, well, liliit talaga yung mata mo, papangit talaga, hindi ka na makakapag-artista. So medyo it was a big decision to make. Thank God, normal naman siya ngayon, same medyo pag nahihirapan lang pagka medyo naglumilihis siya, pero I'm happy with what I have right now. So, and then this January, I started again full blast nga catering, yun ang sinasabi ko sa'yo na okay na ako, masaya na ako. And then I have my apos, nandito nga lahat. So, super happy. Public service siguro will always be in my heart, no. Sabi ko nga hindi mo naman kailangan na nasa pwesto ka or nasa ganyang sitwasyon ka, 'di ba? Or nandiyan sa ganyang trabaho para lang magawa mo yung gusto mo. But if my help is needed from church or to any friend who's in politics na kailangan ako sa ganyang mga charity or what, I'm there. Pero to work there again, I will check out my trauma level. Kasi ibang tao na ako eh. Ibang tao na ako. Na that you watch, you read, you see on television, on social media, 90% we can say is not accurate. Even if you scroll right now in your own page, meron nakalagay na dyan AI. Hindi mo na alam kung alin ang totoo at hindi, di ba? So, before you judge or before you bash a person, sana naman know the story first. Kasi, minsan, alam mo, may kasabihan kasi nung araw alam mo yung generation, may pinag-usapan tayo ng mga generation. Ang pumatol sa gago, mas gago. Di ba? May ganun nung araw na kasabihan. So, kumbaga, pag nagbasa ka ng isang at pumatol ka doon, mas kumbaga, di ba, kung if you're asked a stupid question, you give a stupid answer. Parang ganun lang din yun. So, ayaw mo naman ng ganun, di ba? So, better yet, just be kind. Yun lang, be kind. Alam mo, yun lang, I will not stop saying to people to be kind. Kasi, hurting others is not something, I don't know. I still believe in the book of life talaga na pagdating mo doon sa langit, lahat ng ginawa mo, isa-isa titignan.
So, siguro sa akin, always fight for the truth. Kasi katulad nga ni Nadia, they're a public figure. So they're subjected to publicity trial. Most of the time, when I handle celebrity client or public figure clients, and may lumabas sa kanilang negative na issue, publicity trial happens, they're already indicted and judged by the public through what they see and what they hear in the social media and also in the media. So the only defense that these public figure and celebrities is to fight for the truth by filing cases. So don't be afraid to file cases and to tell the truth, because truth will prevail. Just like what happened to Nadia Montenegro is ito talaga yung patunay that even though may mga false accusations sa'yo, if ano yung totoo, lalabas yon. And katulad nung nangyari sa kanya, lumabas naman ngayon. Kahit ano pa yung ibang mga alegasyon, kung ano yung truth na hawak mo sa yung complaint affidavit, hindi yun mababali. Kahit ano pang mga opposite allegations or mga panlaban na ibigay sa kanya, consistent ang statement niya because this is really what happened. Hindi yun magiging inconsistent sa kanya, walang mga inconsistencies because yung totoo yung sinasabi niya. So for all who are suffering from situations like this, siguro we just want to suggest and advise to just stay with your truth and fight for it, and soon the truth shall prevail.